Good afternoon. This is Point of View with Shirley Folk. It is, I guess, probably 5 minutes after 3, and this is, I guess the wind got my hair, but this is Wednesday. It is the, let's see, 7th, no, it's the 8th of April 2015, and I am so happy that you joined me today. Or if you're probably watching in the archives, it's such a blessing to have you join me. God is good, His mercy is everlasting, and His truth endures to all generations. And I am so thankful to be one of the children of God today because He saw fit to save my soul, make me whole, forgive me for my sins because I asked Him to. And I thank Him for that. We're going to talk about doing the best that you can, giving it the best that you've got. And I found an article on HuffPost.com, and it says we're all doing the best that we can. And are you doing the best that you can? Am I doing the best that I can? I'm certainly trying, and I'm just trying to do the best that I can. And my goal in life is to be able to inspire someone else and let them know that you can make it. Whatever your dreams are, your aspirations are, you can make it. And so we'll go into it, but you can reach me at 214-943-9723. You can email me at thepointofview1 at yahoo.com. Okay, now I'm going into it, and this is by Mike Robbins. It's HuffPost.com, and this is by Mike Robbins. And I'm going to bring this up so my eyes won't be looking so down all the time. He said, I'm sometimes amazed and embarrassed by how critical I can be, both of other people and of myself. Even though I both teach and practice the power of appreciation as well as acceptance, compassion, and more, when I find myself feeling scared, threatened, or insecure, which happens more often than I'd like to. And have we ever felt like that? He said, I notice that I can be quite judgmental. Are we like that? Are we judgmental? Okay. Sadly, as I've learned throughout my life, being critical and judgmental never works, feels good, or leads me to what I truly want in my relationships and in my life. Can you relate to this? Okay. He goes on to say, I've recently been challenged by a few situations and relationships, and they have triggered an intense critical response, both toward myself and some of the people around me. As I've been noticing this, working through it, and looking for alternative ways to respond, I'm reminded of something I heard Louise Hay, Hay, say a number of years ago. She said, it's important to remember that people are always doing the best they can, including you. So that's a good saying. Remember, it's important to remember that people are always doing the best that they can, and that includes you and includes me, okay? The power of this statement resonated with me deeply when I heard it, and it continues to have an impact on me today, to this day. And although I sometimes forget this, when I do remember that we're all doing the best we can given whatever tools and resources we have and the circumstances and situations we're experiencing, it usually calms me down and creates a sense of empathy and compassion for the people I'm dealing with and for myself. Unfortunately, we tend to take things personally that aren't. My goodness, let me go back. It changed on me because I'm doing my finger to scroll, okay? I think I'm going to turn it up this way. All right. Now, he said, unfortunately, we tend to take things personally that aren't, look for what's wrong, and critically judge the people around us and ourselves instead of bringing a sense of love, understanding, acceptance, forgiveness, and appreciation to the most important and often most challenging situations and relationships in our lives. This is something to really think about. When we take a step back and remember that most of the time people aren't out to get us purposefully doing things to upset or annoy us, or consciously trying to make mistakes, disappoint us, or create difficulty, they're most likely just doing the best they can and doing what they think makes the most sense. We can save ourselves from unnecessary overreactions and stress. And when we're able to have this same awareness and compassion in how we relate to ourselves, we can dramatically alter our lives and relationships in a positive way. Here are some things you can do and remember in this regard. And this is saying just remember that we're all doing the best that we can. We don't do the same things the same way, but we're doing the best that we can. Okay, give people the benefit of the doubt. That's number one. Give people the benefit of the doubt. And I know I do that quite often. And my friend, she just tells me, Shirley, that's the way it is. And I said, well, I always try to give people the benefit of a doubt. Okay. Or of the doubt. Okay. Now, most of the time, people have good intentions. Many of us, myself included, have been trained to be cautious and suspicious of others, even seeing this as an important and effective skill in life and business. However, we almost always get what we expect from people. So the more often we give people the benefit of the doubt, the more often they will prove us right, and the less often we will waste our precious time and energy on being cynical, suspicious, and judgmental. That is good. It's something just in my mind that I really want to say right now, but I'll go ahead and finish these. Two, don't take things personally. One of my favorite sayings is, you wouldn't worry about what other people think about you so much if you realized how little they actually did. Wow. The truth is that most people are focused on themselves much more than on us. If we could just remember that, if we could just remember that most people are focused more on themselves than on us, okay? This doesn't mean we let people walk all over us or treat us in disrespectful or hurtful ways. It can be important for us to speak up and push back at times in life. However, when we stop taking things so personally, we liberate ourselves from needless worry, defensiveness, and conflict. Number three, look for the good. Another way to say what I mentioned about getting what we expect from other people is that we almost always find what we look for. If you want to find some things about me that you don't like, consider obnoxious or get on your nerves, just look for them. I'm sure you'll come up with some. On the flip side, if you want to find some of my best qualities and things you appreciate about me, just look for those. They are there too. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Okay, as Werner Erhard said, in every human being, there is both garbage and gold. It's up to us to choose what we pay attention to. In every human being, there is garbage and gold. It's up to us to pay attention, to choose what we pay attention to. Looking for the good in others, as well as in life and in ourselves, is one of the best ways to find uh, things to appreciate and be grateful for. And we remember that not everything is about us all the time. If we could just remember that. Number four, seek first to understand. Often, when we're frustrated, annoyed, or in a conflict with another person or group of people, we don't feel seen, heard, or understood. As challenging and painful as this can be, one of the most or the best things we can do is to shift our attention from trying to get other people to understand us or being irritated that it seems like they don't, is to seek to understand the other person or people involved in an authentic way. Now, this can be difficult, especially when the situation of conflict is very personal and emotional to us. However, it is one of the best ways for us to liberate ourselves from the grip of criticism and judgment, and often helps shift the dynamic of the entire thing. It often helps shift the dynamic of the entire thing. Being curious, understanding, and even empathetic of another person and their perspective or feelings doesn't mean being in agreement with them. It simply allows us to get into their world and see where they're coming from, which is essential to letting go of judgment, connecting with them, and ultimately resolving the conflict. That is so nice. Now, number five, be gentle with others and especially with yourself. Be gentle with others and especially with yourself. Being gentle is the opposite of being critical. When we're gentle, we're compassionate, kind, and loving. We may not like, agree with, or totally understand what someone has done or why, but we can be gentle in how we approach it, talk about it, and engage with it. Being gentle isn't about condoning or appeasing anyone or anything. It's about having a true sense of empathy and perspective. And the most important place for us to bring a sense of gentleness is to ourselves. He always puts us first. Many of us have a tendency to be super judgmental of ourselves. Sadly, some of the harshest criticism we dole out in life is aimed right at us. Another great saying I love is, we don't see people as they are, we see them as we are. Oh my, that is so true. We don't see people as they are, we see people as who we are. As we alter how we relate to others, or ourselves, excuse me, as we alter how we relate to ourselves, how we relate to everyone else, and to the world around us is altered in a fundamental way. As the Dalai Lama so brilliantly says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Everyone around us, our friends, co-workers, significant other, family members, children, service people, clients, and even the people we don't know or care for, is doing the best they can given the resources they have. When we remember this and come from a truly compassionate perspective with others and with ourselves, we're able to tap into a deeper level of peace, appreciation, and fulfillment. Wow, now that is a great article, and that's by Mike Robbins, and this is on HuffPost.com. That is wonderful. Just remember, we're all, the majority of us, we are doing the best that we can. And I was just thinking a few minutes ago, I was thinking people don't know what trials and tribulations you have, even though you have that inner peace, you have the smile on your face because it is a natural and a spiritual from within smile because you know and believe, you trust that God is working everything out for you. So you have that inner peace and you know that it's going to be worked out eventually, but you don't know when. Okay, and so all you things are happening around you, they're happening, there are thoughts coming to your mind, the enemy is messing with your mind and trying to discourage you every minute, every second, every hour of the day, and people just don't understand. They look at you and they want you to be like they are, but they don't look at you being who you are. And so, therefore, it causes people to be less compassionate, less empathetic, less sympathetic, and the whole deal. And so, getting back to, I was thinking, I said, people don't know the struggles that individuals face every day. Some people tell things, but they don't tell the whole thing. People don't understand the day to day struggles that we have. Christians have day to day struggles. We have spiritual struggles and natural struggles. But you know what? I thank God for the struggles in my life. I thank Him for my health, the strength that He's given me, my sound mind, everything He's given me, the motivation that He has given me to want to help others and to relay a positive message to others. But I have struggles in my life just like you do. And I was just thinking, I said, I don't want anybody judging me for my struggles. If you can help me, help me. But don't judge me for the struggles that I'm going through if you know what the struggles are. If you can help me, then help me. And if you can't, pray for me. Don't bother me. Don't criticize me. Don't do anything like that. Just pray for me. Pray for others. Don't criticize and expect people to be like you want them to be. Every single person in this whole wide world, all those who have passed on into eternity, they were totally different from any of us. Each person is totally an individual. They have their own thoughts, they have their own feelings. Everything is different. Whether you're maternal twins, paternal twins, whatever, identical, whatever, everybody is different. Physically, mentally, emotionally, everybody is different. But remember now, we're all doing the best that we have, or the best that we can with the resources that we have. So don't judge me. I won't judge you. If I can help you, I'll help you. If you can help me, you help me. But let's not judge each other and criticize each other, because the struggles that we go through daily in our minds, they are real and they are serious. Everybody's struggle is different. It's not the same. You might have mental problems. You might have physical problems. You might have financial problems. You might have problems with the law. You might have uh, any kind of problem. And it could be different from mine, but I am not going to judge you. And if I can't help you, I certainly will not hinder you. I'm doing the best that I can. You do the best that you can. We all are doing the best that we can, those of us who are trying from day to day to make things better for us. And then, along while we're trying to make things better for us, we're trying to help someone else to get better for themselves if they allow us to help them. But you cannot effectively help someone if you're constantly criticizing and judging and nagging and this and that and the other. Now, let me go to this. I know that there are some things that I need to have done. And so, I call one of the guys that works for me sometimes, and I'll say, well, this is what I want you to do. Well, Sister Davis, this needs to be done, and you need to have that done. I know better than you what I need done. But this specific thing that I'm asking you to do, do you want to do? If you don't want to do it, that's fine and dandy. I don't have to give my little money to you that I have. I can get somebody else to do it. But when I ask you to do a specific thing, I don't need a lecture. I know better than you what I need in my life. Just like you know better than I what you need in your life. So don't judge me, don't nag me, don't criticize me. If you can help me, help me. If you can't help me, certainly, certainly, certainly don't try to hinder me, okay? We're all out here doing the best that we can. We're doing the best that we can. God bless you. I love you so much. Now I'm going to go to the Greater Gospel Temple channel and I'm going to come up on that in a few minutes, so just stay tuned, okay? But I want to invite you to come out tonight to the Valentine Pentecostal Church. That's 1400 South Ewing Avenue in Dallas. It's 75216. I will be speaking tonight, and then another evangelist will be speaking tonight, and then we'll have tomorrow night, and then we'll have Friday night, and it's Let the Women Speak. That is the overall theme of it, and it's a women's revival, okay? So at 1400 South Ewing Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75216, the Valentine Pentecostal Church. And this is hosted by, the church is Valentine Pentecostal Church, which is in it's the Lighthouse Women's Ministry Association of America, okay? So you're invited, and I would love to see you come. You can reach me at 214-943-9723. You can email me at the point of view one, that's the number one, at yahoo.com. I am Miss Shirley Polk, and God bless you over and over again. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching and listening to me. This is one of the joys of my life, okay? To be able to come to you through Ustream TV, ustream.com, be able to come to you even on YouTube. God is so good. So please let me know that you're watching me, that you're listening to me. I will get back with you. That is a promise. As long as I have breath in my body, a sound mind, and I'm able to dial the phone or type emails, I'll get back with you, okay? I love you so much. May the Lord continually bless and keep you in His will. And the thing is that you need to be willing to be kept, and He will do that very thing for you. I love you so much. God bless you over and over again.